Hi, I'm Jared Bentley, and you're watching the Johnson City Press Week in Review right here on jcpvideo.com. Late last night, U.S. naval forces launched a Tomahawk assault on a Syrian air base as Donald Trump called for other nations to join in and end the slaughter and bloodshed in Syria. The U.S. blasted the airbase with a barrage of cruise missiles in retaliation for this week's gruesome chemical weapons attack against civilians. It was the first direct American assault on the Syrian government and Trump's most dramatic military order since becoming president just over 2 months ago. The strikes also risk thrusting the U.S. deeper into a conflict that his predecessor spent years trying to avoid. Trump said there was no doubt Syrian President Bashar Assad was responsible for the chemical attack as he continues to employ banned gases, killing dozens. Russia has denounced the strike, and our allies are slowly and carefully weighing in. As the story progresses, follow it right here on jcpvideo.com. We'll do our best to present you with the facts and let you know what it means for our region and our nation moving forward. Johnson City investigators this week charged Randall Kenneth Bradley with 1 count of second-degree murder after the TBI matched his DNA with that of an unsolved murder. The arrest came after police received a report from the TBI that DNA from the scene of the October 31st slaying where 72-year-old Otis Church was found dead in his home was matched to Bradley's DNA in a convicted felon's database. Police Chief Mark Soroy said officers responded to 1305 St. Louis Street October 31st after one of Church's neighbors found him dead from an apparent puncture wound to his neck inside his home. Witness testimony put Bradley on police's radar at the time, but the DNA evidence gave them what they needed to make the arrest. In other courtroom news, a Washington County jury returned guilty verdicts for aggravated kidnapping and aggravated assault for a man prosecutors said left his ex-wife hogtied and barricaded inside her bedroom with her son locked in a closet. Luis Meza Oliveira was also fined $10,000 on the assault conviction and $25,000 on the kidnapping conviction. The twist in the case was that Sherry Swartz did not remember what happened to her on December 27, 2015. Prosecutors had to piece the puzzle together using evidence from the scene, injuries to Swartz, and the words of a scared 5-year-old boy. State Rep. Micah Van Huss believes that methadone clinics should be just as responsible for their clients' behavior as bars who allow patrons to leave their establishments while intoxicated. And there are those in Nashville who agree. Van Huss's proposed legislation, which would hold Tennessee methadone clinics liable for damages or injuries caused by impaired patients who commit driving-related offenses, progressed from the Civil Justice Committee on Wednesday and will next be heard in the Health Committee. The bill does include a defense to liability if the clinic took reasonable efforts to prevent the patient from driving, whether offering to call a friend, relative, taxi, or notifying law enforcement. Van Huss clarified the legislation only applies to impairment created by the clinic's treatment. According to Van Huss, if a patient goes out in their car and does heroin after the treatment, then the clinic is not held responsible for that. If you attended the baseball game this past Wednesday between Science Hill and Asheville T.C. Robertson and you decided to leave early, nobody's going to hold it against you. Really. The Hilltoppers' 8-5 loss was the longest game by innings in Northeast Tennessee history. Lasting 16 innings and 4.5 hours, the contest at TVA Credit Union Ballpark was also the third longest in state history and the second longest for public schools. The two teams meet again tonight at 7 o'clock in Asheville, and it's doubtful the game will last quite as long. A reminder as I sign off, if you're a WETS listener like I am, now is the time to dig deep and offer up a little bit of money during their spring fundraiser. With the government now moving to defund public media, they need your money now more than ever. So if you've got a few bucks and a little bit of time, give them a call at this number and make your pledge. I'm Jared Bentley. This has been the Week in Review right here at jcpvideo.com. Thank you for watching.